Hey y'all, it's Aubrey Shaw with 512 Vibe Realty, and I'm coming to you with our latest market stats for Austin, Texas. So, what's going on in our real estate market? It's not a terrible market. I hear that sometimes. It's just a normal market. And yes, it is a little bit declining. We are still recovering from that crazy hike that lasted 2020 through mid 2022. So when we compare it to that, yeah, we look a little bit worse. But when we compare it to normal markets, we look like a normal market. So these stats are from February 2026. Currently we're in March, but real estate stats are always about a month behind as we wait for closed sales to become a record. So this is what's going on, y'all. Interest rates, we'll start with that today. Currently at about 6.3% for our most qualified borrowers. So conventional, 20% down, no points. You're looking at about 6.3%. Are there other options out there? Yes. FHA interest rates are lower. VA interest rates are slightly lower. And new homes are offering interest rates below 5% still in a lot of cases. Our median home price, when we compare it to February of 2025, has fallen about 3.6% in values. We have been seeing this happening year over year, 23, 24, 25, 26, right? As we start to level out from those prices where people were offering 100,000, 150,000 over the list price based on nothing, based on that's what it took to get a house. So we are seeing these declines, but they're little, okay? They're little declines until we kind of are just gonna level out, and then we'll start building back up. Austin typically sees an average increase in appreciation between 3 and 6% a year. So once we get back to that, we'll be normalized. The good news is if you bought your home prior to 2021, you're still up. You're still can make a profit on your property from your purchase price. So just those people that bought 2021, 2022, they are the ones that may need to hold tight until we start seeing appreciation go back up. Or perhaps you want to rent your property out and still move on to your next. You've got options with real estate, which is cool. So median price down 3.6%. Number of sales year over year, again, down 3.6%. Not a huge number, but in the wrong direction. Now, volume of sales, remember that's the dollar amount of real estate. That's down 7.1%. That's a little bigger. You know, when our number of sales and our volume of sales is different, that tells me, is the luxury market moving? If volume's up, but number is down, that means, okay, the luxury market's doing well. This month's statistics show that number of sales had a smaller decline than volume. So that tells me that the luxury properties that are worth more didn't see, they're not getting as much attention. They're not getting purchased as much, at least in this month, which is February is still pre-spring, still winter months. No way an indicator of what's to come for the rest of the year, but interesting. Days on market is up, and on average for the Austin metro area, we're looking at about 91 days on market, and this is up 8 days from last February 2025. So as we get more inventory, those days on market go up. Now, a lot of these listings, y'all, I call them fake inventory, okay? They don't know what they're doing. They're trying to save a buck, so they have cell phone pictures up. They have a ridiculous price up because they're not well advised. Their preparation of the property is not good. They're just racking up hundreds of days on market and making no changes. I call that fake inventory, and there's quite a bit of that. So when you take that out, we look a lot better. But days on market averaging 91 days. Now, the really good news is that pending sales for February were way up, 13.9% up. We'll just call that 14%, okay? Over last February. So, this winter we've seen kind of a lot of surprises. December was a really hot month for closed sales. January, not so much, but then February comes out with a lot of pending sales. So, all those February pending sales will close in March, and we'll see a lot of closed sales there. So, that's kind of cool. I love pending sales. They're a great indicator of market activity because those are actual buyers in our market purchasing and putting things under contract. List to close ratio last February 2025 was 93.2%. Sellers were getting 93.2% of their original list value. That has fallen to 91.9% of what sellers are getting. Again, this is a winter month. That's when our most motivated sellers are usually on the market. So I do expect to see that list to close ratio go up a little bit as we get into March, April, May, and June, which are our peak, get the most for your property months that we see seasonally in Austin, Texas. I think that is everything, y'all. Interest rates have gone up a bit, but we're still in those low sixes, and that's where we've been dancing for years now. I'm very glad it's not close to 7. Love to see them go below 6, but I've been saying that for 3 years. But there's a lot of things you can do to kind of work around that. New home sales, sellers are giving concessions to buy down interest rates or to pay closing costs. It's a fun market to be in. I like when there's lots to choose from, when sellers have to be smart and competitive. That's what I really love strategizing with my clients. So if y'all have any questions about real estate or our Austin real estate market, please reach out to me. I love to talk about this stuff, and real estate is hyper local. There's certain neighborhoods that just sell like hotcakes. And there's other ones that are more challenging. So definitely talk to a real estate professional about your particular situation. Y'all have a great rest of your week, and I hope to see you soon.